Welcome to the Cincy Sports Pod. I'm Tim Kraft, my co-host Jack Snyder, and Cincinnati Bengals are back. Cincy Sports Pod. We're going to be discussing everything that we need to know. FC Cincinnati postseason push, but Joe Flacco targeting Jamar Chase 23 times, and then when he didn't catch it, was like, so I mean, let's go to you, Jack. Let's go.
I I think I've been I think back and forth on the Bengals this year, and I think rightfully so. And I reserve my right to switch up whether or not I'm on this team or officially off this team. Because when I said after the 1-0 start against the Browns, defense played well, offense didn't play so well. Offense will get there. I said let's ride, let's do it. Burrow gets hurt, they lose. I thought there was no hope. We trade for Joe Flacco. I'm like, at least this shows that the team is trying to win. They're going to make a move to try and improve this squad after Jake Browning's disappointing performances. And Flacco comes out, throws for 342, 3 touchdowns, has a fantastic read option play where he keeps it, runs to the outside. I mean, they're
I
they're
mean,
only they're only
that
three and
was
four,
that
but
was
the
that
division
was
that
the
yes,
game right there.
yes,
I
uh-huh.
mean,
And
absolute coffin nails, as Dan Horde would like to say.
absolutely. Yeah, but like they're 3-4 losing record, but the division is winnable and they've got a favorable schedule coming up. So
We got the Jets and then the Bears.
yeah,
So and then that bye in week 10. But I mean, looking awfully good. A lot of recency bias here, but I mean, how can you not? No Trey Hendrickson on a short week. I mean,
it's
that
true.
defense did not have Trey Hendrickson. And they didn't play well, but Aaron Rodgers had one of those games where uh he was just automatic. DJ Turner, Jordan Battle, just like the first. I mean, that's going back to weeks 1 and 2. DJ Turner and Battle were really good in those games. Same here. I think that's going to be a key for the rest of the season. Getting Trey Hendrickson back. You got 10 days to rest up to get ready for the Jets. They're 0-7, 0-6, 0-7.
Oh, and
Um,
something. They don't have any wins.
yeah, and they got Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. So uh, I think I think going forward here, it, we're looking good.
I agree. And you mentioned the defense. They didn't play well. They gave up 31 points. But we know that if the offense can play to their ability, the defense just has to bend and not break for the most part. And they held them up on the last drive, knocked down the Hail Mary. They did enough. I do want to say, well, obviously no Trey Hendrickson, so take that into account. But I have been very impressed with the younger players, specifically Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight Jr. I think in terms of future building, while the defense as a whole right now is straight up not
Linebackers,
good, there's no denying that.
unbelievable.
The pieces for the future, those two linebackers have been fantastic. I mean, Barrett Carter had 12 sacks, seven more than the next closest person. He had eight of those solo. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So
He,
I think
he
the
he's a
building blocks
difference
are there
maker.
for the defense. They're just not performing right now. But if they can just hold on while the offense gathers some rhythm here, I think this team can get back into what we thought would be midseason form
I
for
think
the
we're
year.
talking. I think we're talking one of the best linebacker cores in the NFL, and two of them are rookies. I mean, you still got Logan Wilson, who's a captain on this team, who's teaching them everything they need to know. He drops back, makes really good. Logan Wilson makes really good plays in coverage. Has been, I mean, was one of the big pieces in that draft class with Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and then Logan Wilson uh, during COVID. But genuinely, one of those pieces that got us to the Super Bowl run. And then you got Barrett Carter and Demetrius Knight, who just are tackling machines. And and then when you get to the secondary, I mean, DJ Turner, man, that was
That
a
inter-
pinpoint pass by Aaron Rodgers and
I
just
mean,
picked off.
that interception was ridiculous. Both of the interceptions were great plays. Like fantastic defense. Like I get the jump ball that Battle had was a bit more of like a bad pass, but still go over there and get that. And then the DJ Turner, like you were just talking about, was unbelievable. It's insane.
Just stole it out of his hands.
Absolutely. One of the better wide receivers in the NFL too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Pratt Firemouth always has a game against us. I mean, that one sidearm throw by Aaron Rodgers at the end, and then I was like, too much time. Everyone was like, too much time for Joe Flacco. And believe it or not, I mean, then we get it to T. Higgins, and then an incredibly intelligent play to just slide down there, to get it to Money Mack for the field goal. I mean, he had a 68-yarder, but Matt LaFleur called timeout before he hit it. I mean, I think Money Back is back.
Yeah, he's been playing well this year, and I think that's an underrated part of this team, just in football in general too. Special teams. Uh, I thought they've played well overall, and obviously the field goals. If I would assume we're going to be playing a lot of tight games this year. Got to make your field goals. So I think having that's why you draft a kicker, as we said way back when he essentially got us to the Super Bowl. So
And then Uno. I mean,
I,
he's the
can we
best.
talk
If
about
you're not
this? Like
saying he's the best receiver in all of football at this point, you might have something wrong in the brain. Like, he was targeted 23 times. He had 16 receptions for 161. I mean, the guy is unstoppable. They have um Darius Slay. They've got Jalen Ramsey, who is cooking all night. And then they got that physical Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State, who's Penn State down bad, obviously. And then we got because we're IU guys, and
yeah.
a little bit of Ohio
Can,
State. Um,
can I say something? So on the Jamar Chase point against Jacksonville, while Burrow gets hurt, some of this is from Browning, but he has 14 catches for 165 yards and a touchdown. That's with Joe Burrow as your primary QB. We'll call that Joe Burrow game.
mhm.
Then against Detroit, he has 6 catches for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns with Jake Browning as his
Yeah,
QB. We bring in a third quarterback this season. He has 16 catches, 161 yards, and a touchdown with Joe Flacco. Who was doing that with 3 different quarterbacks at the helm? He's the
nobody.
best receiver in the league and will not change my mind. I do not care what anybody says. My roommate Brendan, just be quiet. He's the best receiver in the NFL until I see otherwise. He already leads the league in receptions. He's second in total yards, and he's top 5 in touchdowns.
Brendan's not going to be able to come on this podcast if he doesn't agree.
Nope.
The only one that's ever been is even in the conversation of doing it with different quarterbacks is Terry McLaurin. I mean, the guy's had like 8, 9 different quarterbacks in his career, but just not at the level that Jamar Chase does it.
It's ridiculous.
And then, I mean, obviously the favorable schedule, the defense
And
has
and
gotten better.
yeah,
So
and back in the Jamar Chase point, you're like, okay, well that's insane. Yeah, he's the number one wide receiver on the team. Yeah, certainly. But T Higgins is standing next to him. You
it's
can't not guard T Higgins either. T Higgins is putting up numbers. He played fantastic
a
against Pittsburgh
90-10
on
ball every
Thursday.
time you throw it up in the air.
They're the best duo in the league, and when Burrow's healthy, it's the best trio. Uh, It
I
just
mean,
is what it is. It
Andre
just stinks that
Iosivas
Burrow's
found
been
his
hurt.
footing.
Yeah, and it just stinks that Burrow's been hurt. It stinks that the defense sucks. To be honest, but they've looked a
How are
lot
we
better
not
the
going to
last two
talk
weeks.
about the run game in this? The run game?
Well, I have Chase Brown in
I mean, the
fantasy, so
offensive line was bully balling the whole game. I mean, it's just,
Chase Brown finally played well in fantasy for me.
yeah, I mean, a lot of that has to do with the O line. Before the game, he was getting hit in the backfield 58% of his snaps.
Yeah,
Um,
that's unacceptable. I mean, yeah, Brown had 11 carries for 108 yards, and even P Ryan had 7 carries for 31. It's awesome.
and then you,
And I don't think they might have gotten 1 sack. They got 2 sacks, so better than we typically see, I'd guess.
for sure. You want to move on to FC Cincinnati?
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm excited. What do we have to talk about here? Obviously, playoffs, right? Playing Columbus in the
Playoffs
first
coming
round.
up. I mean, I think we got Columbus in the first round. I pull up my MLS app.
I know that FCC has not been the best playoff team
Performing
in
team.
terms of uh you know
And
they
having Columbus does sort of stink, but we can get the monkey off our back if we beat them. And I believe it's now 3-game series in the MLS.
Yeah, yeah. So first game in at TQL, second game is going to be in Columbus, and then if there's a third game necessary, it'll be back at TQL. And they're all pretty evenly spaced out as well. The first game, I believe, is next Sunday, or no, next Monday, and then I think there's like 3 or 4 days in between.
Well, definitely gonna
It
have to make it up to Mad Tree with my dad to watch to watch some FC Cincinnati.
absolutely. It
And
I would love to get a ticket to the game, although I actually haven't even looked at tickets yet. I bet they're going to be crazy expensive.
players to look for.
I I think it's pretty obvious. I think with what happened over the offseason with Lucho and bringing in guys like Denke and Brenner and all of them.
Evander.
I just or Evander, excuse me, sorry. I just you got to look to score goals, and I think that's how this team is going to win because they have the offensive firepower. They just won 3-0 their last game. So, and I
Defense is not
think
bad either.
no, and I love Roman Celentano. I think he's the goalie as long as he wants to be here. He'll be here. I think this team can really put something together. It's just they've kind of struggled in the playoffs. They haven't won a playoff game since 2023, so they didn't win one last year, which has been unfortunate. So they got to try and turn that around.
The only team that seems to have good management, they got a really good coach in Pat Noonan who knows how to get his
Absolutely.
guys information. I believe he's won MLS Coach of the Year um, once or twice now. Um, and that what was that one year they won the Supporter Shield last year,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
And then they came in
Yeah.
behind by 1 point to Philadelphia this year in the Supporter Shield. And they got the tiebreaker over Miami, so that they're going to be second playing against the Crew, and that just should be the hell is real rivalry. It's going to be absolutely electric.
Yeah. I mean, at um, they Columbus does kind of own the match, leading 9-4, and then 6 draws as well. That they haven't actually faced off in the playoffs before. I don't think.
No, no, they
So
did. It was that
they
one
did.
year Acosta went down in the semifinals, and they were up
Hmm.
2-0, and then they ended up losing 3-2 because Acosta wouldn't come off the field.
Actually, I recall that game was in Columbus, wasn't it? Or was
Yep.
that in Cincinnati? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, the intensity is going to be there for sure. I looking at tickets, it's only like roughly $60 just to get in and have upper
That's
deck
so
seats.
worth it.
It's pretty nice.
And there's not a bad seat in that stadium.
There's really not. Can we talk about TKL? I mean, that's an amazing stadium for soccer. I know you and I have been to a fair amount of games and been fortunate enough to have pretty good seats. But even when you're sitting up high, it's a beautiful place to watch a game.
For sure, for sure. And then, I mean, Matt Miazga, great player. Then you've got obviously Evander and then Denke up top.
Hmm.
Roman Celentano is one of the best goalkeepers in the league, one of the few players that was drafted by FC Cincinnati that has panned out. But I mean, just
Yeah.
credit to the management, just assembling a team that consistently competes at the top of the MLS. I mean, it's not hard. It's hard to be at the top of the MLS for 3 straight years.
Hmm.
The only one year that they had not had success was that first year just starting out. And you can't even blame them for that. They're transitioning from a USL team to an MLS team. And ever since then, the only thing has just been the playoffs.
Yeah. And they got some momentum coming in too. They're undefeated in their last 5 matches, 4 wins and 1 draw. They held their Montreal and New York scoreless in their last 2 matches, and they have some momentum. Obviously, having home field is pretty big for the first round or two, so that'll be very nice. Um, I think it's just I think it's more of just like putting things together. Like I think typically what you see for FCC is you'll give up a few goals, you'll score 1 or 2, but sometimes you give up like 3 as well. I feel like that's how they lose a lot of games. You just gotta
They
kind
are
of
hot right now and they're on a roll. They've
that is
won their
true.
last five, so they're clearly playing some good defense. They're scoring a lot. I mean, let's look at their. I mean, they're they're averaging 1.91 points per game, just behind Philadelphia. Um, and then they literally went 29-5. And that's a squad right there.
Yeah,
And then they were unbelievable on the road this year. 11-4-2, and they were 9-5-3 at home.
yeah, and
So
yeah,
that should, I mean, that should bode well for them come postseason. I mean, they're going to have home field advantage for most of their games, but when they get to the semifinals, that's on if this year. We're doing it this year.
yeah, and the matchup would be would be three seed Inter Miami. I mean, can you imagine Columbus in the first round and then Miami in the second round?
Being messy. I mean, it could be a storybook season for
It is certainly possible. Back hopping, not rotating back to the Bengals fully, but it is certainly possible. Reds made the playoffs. FCC made the playoffs. It is possible the Bengals could get there too. If we have all three pro teams make the playoffs this year, even 2 out of 3 is still really good.
Cincinnati's raising the roof if we got that. I mean,
Absolutely.
come on now. Oh, and last thing, Cincy Bearcats. Come on. I mean, I've been in attendance for all the home games, obviously, except the Nebraska one, which wasn't even a home game. Um,
Doesn't
24th
count.
in the
Should have
nation,
won that
Brendan
game too, by the way.
Sorsby.
Nebraska.
Yeah, should have won that game. That was
Why is he not being talked about more for the Heisman? Can we talk about this?
yeah, he should be in Heisman contention. We're looking at a Sunday player right here. And then that receiving
Absolutely.
core with Caldwell, and then you've got Noah Jennings, you've got who's that other guy? I know the running back room, Evan Pryor and
Tawee Walker,
Holly
Caleb
Walker.
Goody too as well. It's
I mean,
so let's okay, Sorsby right now. Sorsby is completing 65% of his passes. He's got 1,700 yards through the air, 17 touchdowns, only one interception. That only one was the dumb throw against Nebraska. He doesn't throw that, they win the game. They're 7-0. The like 17 touchdowns to one interception while throwing 1,700 yards and 65% of your passes. Ridiculous. He's
they got
also
Baylor for homecoming
rushing.
weekend this weekend as well.
Yeah, he's also rushing for 340 and 6 touchdowns,
He's
23
six
total
four.
touchdowns,
He's
and
6'4".
over
He looks like a
2,000 total
Josh
yards.
Allen type. He looks like a Josh Allen type in a way that he's 6'4". He can do it with his legs and his arm. I mean, he's got so many weapons on offense. The defense, the secondary's been trash, but the defensive line has been really good with Dante Corleone and company. I mean, just talk about the weapons on offense. Royer, I mean,
They they've
Pryor.
scored every time they've been in the red zone this year. That's ridiculous.
That's not a real stat. That I mean that's how it is, but
And I've been very impressed. I obviously you we know the where is it right here? The Bearcats flag right here. As an Indiana student, I am going to be Indiana football first just because we're hunting for the national title. But as a UC fan, I was on the Fire Satterfield train, and I tip my cap to him because he has done a fantastic
the
job.
year three
I
bump, it's real. I mean,
yes,
at all the other programs he was at, like at Louisville, the year three bump. I mean, I'm just happy that he got turned around. I mean, I was out there in the freezing cold in the winter last year after they didn't make a bowl game, and he had his guys in like 20-degree weather just slinging it. I mean, he was serious this offseason. He brought in I mean, we had Royer. I mean, he came back. We brought in some other pieces. Who's the number one wide receiver again?
it's Caldwell, and he transferred from Lindenwood. That was another thing I'm going to say. Like the transfers, I like even goal days from like FCS, like the Joe Cotton, the lineman, came from South Dakota. I was very skeptical on the roster for like the most part, and the player transformation and the way they've taken these younger, like lower level guys and turned them into real production players in the Big 12 has been very impressive. And honestly, I did not see coming. So I I don't want to. I'm not part of the. And obviously, there's like the whole like Fickle stinks at Wisconsin. Thank goodness we have Satterfield now. Extend Satterfield. I'm not quite there. I'm gonna need to see him win some games here in the next couple years as
I
well.
totally agree.
But yeah,
The schedule only gets stiffer. I mean, you got
yes, it is very tough.
yeah. I mean, and then you got, but you can't mention this game against last week without mentioning Caleb Goody. I mean, he was he was unbelievable as
Good
well as um,
Colorado State guy too, so another one of those low
Cyrus
level
Allen.
players.
Cyrus Allen was just
He's
unbelievable.
the one guy from Texas A&M. You can tell he's usually been the best player on the field for the most part. So yeah, I mean the schedule. Do you want to break it down? Do we want to do little predictions here? I mean they play Baylor at home on Saturday. Will you be in attendance?
I'd be in attendance. Yeah, 100%. It's homecoming week.
Let's do it. Are they getting a win?
That's a win. That's a win.
I think so. And then the next four after that are tough. So they're 7-1. Then they play at Utah.
I think that's another dub. I mean, that's a tough game. I mean, the Utah Utes know how to pack that stadium.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be rocking.
It's
That's the
rocking.
true test. I think is Utah.
Hmm.
If they win that game, then Arizona at home I think should be a win.
I think so too. And
And
then back
then
at home against BYU.
that that is over my fall break, so I think I'll be in attendance for that game as well. That
100%.
I mean BYU is ranked 11th right now. If Cincinnati keeps winning, BYU keeps winning, we have a top 15 battle at Nipper. Game day better be there, right?
I mean, I think another opportunity to rush the field, maybe.
Absolutely. And then they finish on the road at TCU, which based on how they're trending, I think they can win that game for sure, and I think they would.
And we might be overly optimistic, but I mean, with the way this offense is producing, they haven't like the stat that you said earlier. Haven't missed one red zone touchdown. They've oh, no or field goal or touchdown. They
Score, yeah,
haven't. They've scored every time they've been inside the red zone, and it's been a huge. That's a big sample size.
yeah.
So I mean, 6 games of sample size. Um, I think that's probably all we got for you guys.
I know. Can I. How much time we got left, Tim? Can I add one more thing in?
100%.
As we know, as a current now UC student in Tim Craft, former Xavier basketball fan, can we get some thoughts on the exhibition results? We know Cincinnati took down Michigan 100-98 on the road. I've been on this train. Sean Abayev is that guy. 15 points, absolute poster on LJ Kaysen. Ridiculous. I'm excited for Bearcats basketball. And then make it even sweeter, man. The Xavier Musketeers lost their game
To
at Murray
Murray
State.
State, baby. That
It's
is
an exhibition game, so I don't want to overreact too much, but
that,
Cats
that
look
that's
good.
that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I'm not
Hmm
gonna
And
lie.
and it's a do or die year for Wes Miller too. Got to make the tournament. Obviously,
Got it.
Xavier's
It's
got a lot more room.
gotta be a
Patino,
6 or higher.
yeah,
6 or higher.
absolutely.
100%.
And I'm gonna cut Patino some slack because
It is his
this
first year.
their roster, frankly, is terrible, and they just have a bunch of mid major guys that I don't know how much are gonna gel together. They're dealing with injuries as well too, so I think it could be a rough year for Xavier. I think Cincinnati's like that mid tier Big 12 team that can elevate themselves, but people aren't quite holding it. They like the roster, but in all fairness, what Wes Miller's been up here, and then he comes down here, or like even lower. So it's hard to really say they're gonna exceed expectations, but a win against Michigan in a game that
We'll see.
really doesn't
It's
count.
just
It's still
all
nice.
it's all a matter of whether this team gels this year. He
Yeah,
hasn't been able to put together a roster on the floor that gels. He'll have last year we had Jizzle James and Day Thomas, the really good shooters on the court, but then you'd bring in a guy that can't play deep. I mean, well, you have those two would get exposed a little bit on defense.
yeah.
You you'd have
Jizzle more than Day Day for sure.
and then you'd have who's the guy that transferred to
St. John's, Dylan Mitchell.
yeah, Dylan Mitchell. I mean, he could
Yeah,
play really good defense, couldn't make a free throw or a jump shot, but
yeah. We'll see. lot of stuff to be optimistic around the Bearcats and just Cincinnati sports in general at the moment. It's a good time living the 5-1-3.
Alrighty, that's all we got for you on the Cincy Sports Pod. We'll see you next time. Tim Kraft, Jack Snyder.